Hey, beautiful people, YouTubers and friends alike. We're out here pedaling our asses off. It's a beautiful late Sunday morning, early afternoon, and I'm out here on the trail and just taking in the beautiful scenery. Please come along for the ride and let's be together as one with nature. Just kick back and enjoy the ride. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to install any music, and some people don't like the music. Others prefer the music. But as of right now, I'm not going to do too much editing. And I'm just going to ride. Ride, Sally, ride. Oh, yeah. I love nature, my friends. And I hope you do too. Because this is a beautiful, beautiful planet that we live in. And I'm on here riding my mountain bike. And I'm going to have a full video with regards to the bike that I'm riding. This is just a trial. I just got this Hero 13 Black. And we're going to test it out and see what we get. Drop down in the comments and let me know if I can make any improvements, what you like, what you don't like. Hey, look at a squirrel. I also call them suckers a tree rat. Right now, cruising along about 16 miles an hour. In a shaded area of the tree, the bush. A little history on this trail that I'm on. And back in the days, this used to be a rail line. And it used to be a passenger service rail line. And it went from New York City, good old New York City. And it stretched all the way out to Boston, Beantown. And you know, then the introduction of automobiles, good old Henry Ford and the others of the like came along with the automobiles. So it definitely took a toll on the transportation aspect with the transportation industry for public transportation. So eventually, they settled it as a freight line. So they started moving more freight than they were moving pedestrians, people of the such. Well, not hopefully pedestrians, but you know, so on and so forth. And then the freight line, that went on for a while. Many, 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 many years. Several decades. And then the grand old highways came around and brought along disruptions to the freight industry, where the roads were built and less freight was being shipped on the rail and being moved more so by the way of commercial motor vehicles, the big commercial vehicles, the tractor trailers. That's the way they stood. So that took a big toll. So eventually, there wasn't very much freight being moved, and then several major storms came along and washed out parts of the bridges, washed out parts of the rail beds, and the rail company back then, they just deemed that with the amount of less volume of the freight and the fact that the roads were open, not enough revenue coming in, so eventually they just abandoned the rail lines. Very sad. Just imagine being, you know, it's 2025. Just imagine being out here 100 years ago and riding along in the trails, on these trails that we're used to being rail beds with the trains. I don't know about you, but I'm a big history fanatic, and I love history, especially when it comes, you know, toward along the lines of rails, trains, and stuff like that. So here we are today, and they turned this part of the whole Northeast corridor rails to trails. Hey! So yeah, this thing stretches from Beantown all the way up to Boston, all the way down to Florida. If you're adventurous, you can take those tours. And along here you'll see walkers. Oh, I almost caught the squirrel. Did you see that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a couple big dogs. Sometimes they try to bite my ankle, but he's got on my leashes. So that's pretty cool. Big dogs. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a friendly dog. Oh, he wants to bite my ass. Maybe my ankles first, but they get excited when they see bites, you know what I mean, along the trails. So luckily, he was on a leash, or she, it. The pooch was leashed. That's a good thing, because I've had dogs chase after me before. Definitely don't want to get bit, because I need to go to work. Gotta go to work. Here we go, got a little bit of a downhill. Yeah, as I was saying here, and hopefully the wind isn't too bad. So this is like a trial error. You're catching it raw. This is raw, first time footage of breaking news coming at you live. Well, not live, it's live for me. It will be recorded for you, but you will see it coming at you. Just testing this Hero GoPro Black. 13. Supposed to have some great capabilities and be able to produce some really good videos, even better content. That is what's up. So, for the most part, usually the rail beds never really got more than a 2 to 3% grade. In other words, uphill and downhill, because with all that weight, have a harder time stopping, and then all that weight, you have a harder time inclining those hills. So they really just got very minimal inclines and declines altogether. Yes, this is what I love. One of my great passions. I love riding a bike, mountain biking, riding the trails, just being out here with nature. I wish more people would like this. I ask a bunch of my friends if they come along, and I just get crickets. Every once in a while, you'll see they'll put benches so you can have a seat if you're tired. Yep. And you'll see some bikers, some walkers, some hikers, even some runners. I'm definitely not a runner, but I definitely like being out on the mountain bike. I could ride forever. How you doing, guys? On top of that, I think it's great exercise. Definitely good exercise, eh? I hope the view on this is okay. This is going to be a little bit of a fine-tuning event right here, a fine-tuning ride.